Hey guys, it's Dwight. Here I am in my studio today. I'm going to do a pour. I'm going to be working on a 30 by 40 canvas, so it's a large canvas. It's a repurposed canvas, so I painted over it with some black just to kind of give me like a blank slate. So I'm going to be using a lot of different colors, so I'm going to take a few moments here. I'm going to mix them all up, and I'm going to do a time lapse just to show you. I'm sitting here on the floor mixing paints. It took me 30 to 40 minutes to do all that. And then we'll get started, and I'll show you the colors, and then we'll do the actual pour. Okay, guys, hold on. Hey guys, I'm back. Here I am completely finished mixing my paints. Now, if you watched that time lapse, I was having a little bit of fun just showing you that process. That took about 35 minutes to mix all these paints, including my dump paint there. Now, what you couldn't tell, which made me laugh, I was opening new bottles, new tubes, and they have like a foil sealant on top, and I couldn't get them off. I just couldn't get them up until I poked some holes in them, so I was a little frustrated getting started. But these are my palette for today. These are my paints. It's sort of a darker, browns, golds, and some reds in here. But this right here is some deep brown pearl, and I added some gold to it. This is gold. This is raw sienna. I'm sorry. This is burnt sienna. This is burnt umber. This is rose gold. And this is some orange, and I added some gold and a little bit of brown. So it's sort of an orangey brown look. This is my scarlet red, and I added some deep brown pearl to it to darken it up a little bit. This is champagne, even though it looks sort of yellow. And this is, of course, my Artist Loft Soft Body White. So what I'm gonna do is do a colander pour today. I like colander pours because it just bursts the paints and mixes them differently to create some really interesting patterns with the cells. So yeah, I'm gonna get started here in just a moment, and stay tuned. Okay guys, here I am. This is about 30 to 45 minutes. It's reacted very nicely. I really like the color. It's a little more red, brick red, than this one here that I did a couple of weeks ago. I'm not quite sure of the orientation at this point. That doesn't necessarily matter, but I'm sort of liking it this way. I will probably go in and touch up some of these cells. Let me walk around here and show you, but don't step in any wet paint. I'm hoping some of these, let's see, focus, some of these come in a little bit more. You know, sometimes I just give it a nice smooth edge, so I'm not quite sure exactly what that might look like, but I may do some of these in here. Let's see, just sort of round it once it's dry, just to make it look a little bit more symmetrical, a little bit more appealing. But yeah, I like the mixture of all the color, as you can see. More of that sort of brick red, brown down at this end. I got a little bit of that gold and that sort of champagne color in there. A lot of color, a lot of movement. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I think it looks like there's a couple more coming in here, maybe a dot here. Sometimes they continue to expand, but hopefully we might be done pretty much with that. So yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I think it's a very rich color, and what I'll do is I will let it sit for a day or so. I was going to try to get to it tomorrow, but I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Sunday, and so I'll get this done Monday and get this posted on Monday. Okay, friends, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you real soon. Okay, guys, it's Sunday morning, and it's pretty dry. It's not quite dry here in the middle, so I'm not going to really touch anything, but it dried basically as I left it yesterday. A few of those little spots did not come in as much as I hoped they would, but I just want to talk a little bit about, you know, when I go in and, lack of a better word, I call it clean up the cells. Now, over the past couple of years, you've seen me have more ragged cells in the negative space, and I would sometimes black those out. But for these, I'm not going to do that. It's really important to me that if this has a possibility of being shown in an art show or in a gallery, I want, let's see if I can focus a little bit. I want these cells to be rounded just slightly, just a little bit to trim it up. Nothing significant. And you might not even notice it from the before and after photo. So what I'm going to do is let this dry completely. Tomorrow is Monday, and I'm going to go in and just maybe do a little time lapse or whatever, just to show you how I shape that differently. So if you can get a good look at that, I will try to show before and after, but if not, it'll be in the video for sure. Again, it should be subtle, but just rounding it out makes those that look a little bit out of shape look a little bit more shapely, and sort of matches the rest of the cells that are in this painting. So that's what I'm going to do, and yeah, I'll catch up with you in a couple of minutes with the next segment, but I'm going to go ahead and do that tomorrow, which will be Monday, and I'll have this posted by the afternoon. Okay, guys, take care. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to be working on this today. I'm going to be doing some touch-ups with some of these cells down here with my very narrow brush. Like I mentioned earlier, what I'm going to do is just come in and shave just a little bit of these off to make them more round, just so they look more like cells. They look a little elongated through here, you know, through here. And this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to leave this in a second here. I'm going to put it on real time, and you know, I'll put some music to it. Maybe I'll talk through it. But we'll get started here as soon as I get everything prepped and get my paint out. We'll get going. Okay guys, I am done. I just did a little bit of trimming. I hope you could see in the video. I haven't actually gone back to watch to see what it looked like at the moment. But yeah, I just went in and just a little bit trimmed up to make them look more round. You know, it's not perfect because all cells aren't perfect. I know you can see some of the blotches right there. But when I varnish it, those will disappear and you won't see it. It'll all be black. So yeah, so this is the final picture. The end results. Let me turn the overhead light off. It's kind of bright. There's better representation of the color. Yeah, so I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out great. These colors are really pretty. It's sort of a brick red. Another comment I wanted to make before I forget. When I use Artist Loft Soft Body White with these paints, it creates this interesting matrix, if you can see, right there. Sorry about the glare. They're not necessarily round, but it just provides a different texture to the overall composition. Sorry, I have light coming in the room here. So yeah, so as you can see, sort of like that lacing, I guess if you want to call it, it goes all the way over to the side over here. I really like that because it just provides more of an interest and it sort of draws your eye again towards the negative space. Okay, friends, thanks so much. I don't know when I'll get back to you. Probably another week or so. I'm going out of town again. I'm going to visit some friends down in Florida, and I'll be back. Hopefully, maybe next Monday, I'll be able to do a painting for you. Okay, guys, take care and have a great and safe start to the week, and thanks for watching.